Welcome to the Strangest Secret of Photography and Life YouTube video podcast number 3. In this podcast, I want to talk to you about the latest photography. The latest photography, and we know that photography went from analog to digital, and so most of the people that are taking photographs today are doing it digitally. Very few people use film these days. Right this minute, I'm obviously recording in digital, but one of the things I sometimes go in the bush and down the beach and near piers and cliffs and all kinds of places to take photographs, and of course what happens is usually you run into other people that have cameras. And so as we go about doing that, they approach you and they tell you their story of how they got their camera and how they like this one and how they like their lens and so on. And I've been at it for a while, and so most of the time when I photograph on manual. That is, I choose my white balance, I choose my shutter speed, my f-stop, and a variety of other things. When I get approached by other people when I'm photographing down the beach or wherever it is, doing some photography, the most common thing that I have been asked by people that have recently got into photography, that is into digital, and they never use the film camera. The most common thing that they ask me is, how do I get off automatic? Because a lot of the people just put it on automatic and shoot. Now, the cameras are quite remarkable these days, the digital cameras, and they do a fabulous job. And so that's what I want to talk about here, because if you're going to get involved in photography, or if you already are involved in photography, you probably will want to get creative and improve your photography and improve your chances of getting better pictures and what have you. So I'm gonna give you some simple steps to how to go more creative in your digital photography. Okay. Now I want you to pay attention, because it's quite tricky how to do it. All right. Usually with most cameras, you've got a lot of cameras on the market these days. Okay, so they usually have lens at the front, they have a screen at the back, and they have a variety of knobs and buttons and slides and all kinds of things on them. On most cameras, whatever they are, there will be a large kind of round dial somewhere on top or on the back of the camera or somewhere else. And that's the dial that you use to put it on automatic when you're taking photographs. Now the trick to getting creative photography, as I said, a lot of people ask me, how do you do it? How do you get off automatic? I tell them the way you get off automatic is you take that knob and you turn it a notch away from automatic, and you are off automatic. Now, I'm being a little bit humorous here, obviously, but that is how you do it. And as soon as you have done that, then it becomes a little bit more difficult to take photographs. Okay, wherever you've put it, whether it's on a aperture priority or it's on manual or any one of the programs on many of the different cameras, will mean that you will need to work out what kind of white balance you want, what kind of ISO, shutter speed, and a whole bunch of other things. And it will be more work. It'll change your photography. It'll change your life. It'll change your photography once you get off automatic. Now, it may change it for the better, it may change it for the worse, I'm not really sure, but it will change it. And you may try it and you may think, no, I'll go back to automatic. But that's basically how you do it. You just get on it, you turn the dial off automatic, and you are off automatic. And it'll be a learning curve, but your photographs will improve. And that's all for this YouTube video podcast.